Hello, everybody. We're going to take a look at Unit 4.1c at WAMAP. Still working with averages, and today we're looking at the weighted mean. Okay, so let's take a look at the problem. We're told to find the weighted mean. Round your answer to the nearest tenth. So weighted mean, they've given us the number of deliveries each week. We have to get good at reading tables. And the frequency. And frequency is how many times that happened. Okay. So they had 6 deliveries of 5, 1 delivery of 10, 5 deliveries of 15, and 7 deliveries of 20. So for a simple mean or average, we would just add up these 4 numbers and divide them by 4. But because we have a frequency number here, this says how many times that happened. So we have to take the equivalent of 6 weeks with 5, 1 week with 10, 5 weeks with 15, and 7 weeks with 20, so that each we get the total number of weeks. So we have to multiply these together. So let's take a look at how that looks on the tablet. Okay, I've got it written out. Same numbers, barring any transcription errors. Frequency is the number of times. So there were 6 weeks when they made 5 deliveries. So you can write the problem out this way: 5 times 6 plus 10, or plus 10 times 1, plus 15 times 5, plus 20 times 7. And in Math 55, you guys can use your calculators for this. Do you have your the TI-30XS? If you're taking the GED, this is the only calculator you can use for that test. And it might be a good idea to practice using it. So if you want to take out your calculator, you can just type it in. You can enter these numbers this way because your calculator knows PEMDAS. It will do all of the multiplication first, and then it will add all these numbers. So you can type it in just this way without any parentheses or anything. You should just be able to say 5 times 6 plus 10 times 1 plus 15 times 5 plus 20 times 7 and hit enter, and I get 255. That's equal to 255. Now we have to divide this. Looks like my hang on, I think my computer's being uncooperative. My screen's not updating anymore. Let's see. I think I'm going to have to reboot my tablet. So I'll explain while we're rebooting. It was giving me some trouble before. All right, while it's rebooting. So it's as if we added 5 6s together. So the number that we're going to divide by will be the total number of the frequency, how often each thing happened, how often they had that number of deliveries. All right, I'm assuming it saved my work. Yes, okay. That's good. Teacher won't have a breakdown on video. See if we can, it might have connected. Oh, there it is. Awesome. It's updating. All is good. All right, so when we multiplied 5 by 6, it was like we had 6 entries of the number 5. And that's the weighting. When we had 10, there was only 1 10. So we're going to add up these numbers, 6 plus 1 plus 5 plus 7, and that's what we're going to divide 255 by. If you wanted to write this another way, you could have said 5, oops, could have said but not written. Okay, now it doesn't want to write. All right, you could have said 5, still can't see it. 5, nope. Apple Pencil, 90% charged. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. That's 5 plus 5. That's 6 of those, right? Plus 10 plus 15 plus 15 plus 15 plus 15 plus 15 plus, and then 20, you had 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we were to add up the total of all of these numbers, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 different numbers. And that should match the total here of our frequency. We got 6 and 5 is 11, plus 1 more is 12, plus 7 is 19. So that's our operative number. We've got the equivalent of 19 numbers. 19 numbers, and so that's what we're going to divide this total by. So they also want the answer rounded. Sorry about that. They want the answer rounded to the nearest tenth. Okay, so you're going to have to do that on your own. You remember your rounding rules. If you don't, you can refer to the first week lesson at Quizlet, or you can, I guess you could review them at Khan Academy. Anyway, we're going to take 255 and divide that by 19. And I get 13.42, 13.42. And we're rounding it to what? The nearest tenth. So when you round to the nearest tenth, we're looking at the nearest tenth, which is this number. The test is that number on the immediate right 5 or greater? If not, this number stays the same, and we drop the other, and this becomes 13.4. So that's the average number of frequencies per week using the weighted mean. And all this is we took this, we condensed this longer expression using 19 figures down into just 4 different figures, okay? So in order to get a true evaluation of the average, we have to add up every individual number, and we can do that by adding up the number of times and dividing the total by this, okay? So let's try this number. 13.4 was our answer. Let's see what it says. Okay, so we got that right. You guys might want to try one on your own. The next problem is about grades, so this will be interesting. Same kind of deal. 6 credits means that this grade of 2.8 will be worth 6 numbers. So 6 times 2.8, 3 times 2.7, 3 times 0.7, 1 times 2.9, and then divide by this total. So it looks like it's another 13. Anyway, that's to calculate GPA. So give those a try, and if you run into trouble, message me through WAMAP, and we can go over those together.